Hello and welcome to the Headmist edition of Shetland Bull Week today. Our celebrations is nearly byway and we're taking time to reflect on a spectacular 9 days. Coming up, we meet prize-winning Shetland fleece producer Addie Doole at the Marts, and we look back and ahead with Jackie Burney, a Shetland Amenity Trust, and Wool Week patron Linda Scherer. But first, a visit to Hayesdock at the Dowry.
For sticking with me,
My name's Stuart Fox. I'm the Managing Director of the Dowry in Hayesdock.
So where are we standing at the moment, Stuart? This will be new for some folk. It's been to Wool Week before.
So yeah, currently at the moment we're in the middle of Hayesdock, which is a new enterprise. We're running it as a cafe restaurant. We're in daytime meals and evening meals with local produce.
So a lot of folk kind the Dowry that's been to Shetland before for the premises on Commercial Street. This is in addition to that?
Yes, this is in addition to that, and we have a slightly different menu here. So in the evenings we have a traditional starter, mains and dessert. Probably a more formal kind of setting. Obviously the views and the location we have here at Hayesdock is exceptional all times of the year. So yeah, it's a special place.
This is the 13th year of Wool Week now.
Wow.
Folk that came to the original festivals
Right.
would probably be surprised at how food and drink has changed in Shetland in that time.
Absolutely. I think even in the last 4 to 5 years, there's been a big upturn in some of the offering, especially the ones that are focusing on local produce, seafood, etc. Something we're keen to do here.
And what's happened this year is that Mackers, that traditionally gathers in the hub and knits away all day, have been able to access some very contemporary cuisine right on their doorstep.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously the seafood here is a big favourite. We've had parties in this week and mussels has been their go-to thing. So yeah, no, it's great to be offering that here and for it to be so well received by the visitors.
100% of tourists is food and drink tourists. So
Absolutely.
important part of the experience.
Yeah.
And I've got to ask, Stuart, the kit, where's it from?
So this was knitted by my wife, Morag, 4 years ago, I think.
And you're still proudly wearing it?
Absolutely. And then today's weather, yeah, it's the first outing of this winter. So yeah.
Well, we hope you have many more on
Yeah.
months ahead.
I'm Addie Doole, and I've been a member of the Shetland Flock Book for 40 years.
Where are we today, Addie?
We're at the Shetland Ram Sale.
And why is this event important in Shetland's Worset
Oh,
world?
this is the main event in the Shetland Rams for the year.
And why does Shetland sheep have the reputation and quality that they do?
Well, they've been bred for their wool for 100 years.
And what makes an excellent Shetland fleece?
Well, it's just basically, I just look at the fleece and think, well, you're either a good in or a bad. But it is the colour and the crimp and the length of the staple. That's the main thing.
And who does folk get ahead top prize-winning Shetland fleeces?
Well, they can get them here at Wool Week, or there's plenty of folk that will sell them fleeces if they want.
They're a beautiful feature about you and Anne, your family, in the Shetland Wool Week annual the year. What do you feel your family brings to the Shetland wool and agricultural scene?
Well, it's just what we're doing, and it's what we enjoy doing.
And you have folk to visit your farm during Wool Week.
Oh yeah. The range that comes, but then the range comes all year round. And that's just the case that they see the place as it is. I mean, there one time that I was kind of a bit concerned about getting the place tidied up. And at that time we were members of the organic group. And I was speaking to Dorata, the wife of Ella. And she said, no, you have to let people see the place as it's being worked.
Truly organic.
Truly organic.
Well, for anybody that's watching, we would thoroughly recommend they come to Shetland and to Aylesbury
Yeah.
and to see your lovely place.
And then the other thing is, we're going to the Highland Show. That's been going on for about 40 years. And we've promoted the sheep outside Shetland.
And that's why it has the reputation it does, and
That's
that's
right.
why Wool
That's
Week
right.
works.
That's right.
So I'm Jackie Birney and I'm the recently appointed Culture and Heritage Manager here at Shetland Amenity Trust with a specific remit for the Culture and Heritage programme.
So, recently appointed, Jackie, your first Wool Week, first impressions?
Wow, I think is the first word I would say. I mean, for me, one of the things that I didn't anticipate was the sense of community with Shetland Wool Week. People coming from all over the world to experience our traditional heritage and our knitwear industry firsthand. And our local community welcoming everybody with such open arms. But then also what happens is there is this Wool Week community that's across the whole world. And there's just something really magical. So for me, the word of the week is community and friendships and connections. And it's just been a joy to see.
And there's still a pretty bit more celebration left for folk in Shetland to enjoy.
There is, and we are just at the final gasps of Shetland Wool Week for this year. But there is still opportunities to experience some culture and some final classes. And of course, what I would say to everybody is engage with what we have online. We still have some classes for Terry Laura that will be happening next week. And there's also broadcasts such as this, and we will be sharing stuff as we go along. So keep connected, keep the community going. We was online, and enjoy your last Piri Gasp of Wool Week 2022.
And the Taste of Shetland market in Mareel is still running the day on Sunday.
That's right, so if you're fanting, head over there now.
My name is Linda Shearer and I come from Walsa and I am this year's Wool Week patron.
Linda, it's nearly the end of Shetland Wool Week 2022. What's this week been like for thee?
It's been, I don't know, it's been a kind of a blur, but a good blur. I was a bit apprehensive to begin the week, but now I feel a bit vexed that it's nearly finished.
It's like being at a wedding or something. It just passes in a blink, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
So many special moments.
Dear, yeah, dear.
So, to what extent have you been in your beloved Bonny Isle, Linda?
Well, I was on Monday. We had an event on Monday night, kind of a Mackin and Yakin event. We had the Piri Makers and a lot of visitors and tea and cakes and stuff. And that was a really good evening. That was Monday night. And then yesterday, we were meant to have a big day in Walsall yesterday, but as you watching the forecast, up to 40 gales. So, but there was 5 very brave women that came in with the 12 o'clock ferry. And they did manage to win out again after time. We had a really good day again. A lot of the locals and the Piri Makers came as well, but it was a shame that a lot of the Wool Week visitors didn't manage to win.
It was a particularly bad day, even for Shetlanders, I think.
Well, it was, yeah. It really was.
And what does you enjoy most about the week, Linda?
I'm enjoyed the whole week really, but meeting everybody. I think everybody is so delighted to be here, and it just, the bus rubs off, I think. It makes us all feel the same, and I think it's just the bus a whole week. It's just been amazing.
It's been whacked every morning like it's Christmas or something.
Well, something like that. No, it's been really good. I'm fairly enjoyed it.
And has meeting folk in person made you think about things you want to do going forward for here?
I suppose, yeah, you're right. I'm done 2 classes, and I'm learning for, especially one of the classes, I tell how to slow down a bit. So it's helping. It helps you to evaluate and see how you can improve on things. And you're learning for the visitors. They are something, they're all bringing something here. Folk thinks you're an expert. I'm by no means an expert. I feel I'm learning all the time for everybody. Yeah.
And what surprised you most about being patron so far?
I'm surprised myself about my confidence. I thought I wouldn't be very confident, but I think the same again, the people it's been has helped me. And I was apprehensive about having to talk to so many people. But once I got that byway, I'm really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Every day we put this broadcast out, Linda, in the YouTube comment section, we get a lot of questions about the knitwear folk is wearing. Tell us about your garment.
Okay, yeah, this is the Bonhoga cardigan. I designed it for the 2019 Wool Week Annual.
The Shetland Y is not necessarily to workwear pattern, so that's
No.
something for us to look at in future Wool Weeks.
Yeah, it feels like you're bossed and you're not really, it's how you were brought up. I never had a pattern. It's always been furriel, it's been my passion. I would just go to my mum and we would just speak how many repeats, how long under the arms, how far to slip your neck. You never had anything written down, and that's just how we learned, and it's still how I work. And I've had to learn now this past few years the right patterns, and it's not easy.
So the message is, if you want to learn like Shetlanders learn, come here, see it for yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
And on my patterns, it's actually my mother-in-law. A lot of you has been asking what produces my knitwear. It is my mother-in-law. She's an incredibly talented knitter, Barbara Johnson from Scalawa. So watch this space. We'll try and follow up in some way on all the beautiful things she's designed and made to me.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Thanks so much for your time, Linda. You've been the most gracious, wonderful patron I'm sure that Wool Week could ever ask for. And it's been a pleasure speaking to you throughout the week. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this year has for Dee as the confidence grows and as the profile grows. I'm sure we'll continue to see wonderful things for Himari Designs.
Thank you very much, Claire.
Thank you so much for your company and for your comments this week. We have had a most splendid time and we cannot wait to see you for Mayor of the Sam next year. Meantime, happy knitting and blessings be with you.